Greetings, this is Robert Foertsch with beautiful sunrise here at Cherry Grove, South Carolina. The Point, as many refer to it as. Thank you for tuning in. This will be on multiple platforms. Later on I will upload it to them. You see how the light is hitting over there. It's so beautiful. What I'm going to do is add my link tree to either comments or descriptions across the different platforms, and then make this information available. The library I've compiled is basically what's going on and what we can do about it, as best I can tell. And it's all also an individual journey that we're on, as I'm sure you know. And what I've put together is more content than I could ever create myself in a lifetime. It's actually a lot of people over their lifetimes of research and study and discovery and all that. And I've put that together for your consideration, so you can take a look at all this. So although I'm not an expert on all of these fields that I've got in my library, I do have a working knowledge of it. I've studied it. I've wanted to share it. There's a lot that I can't even talk about. Even the words would get the video and or the platform that I'm on talking about it could get taken down. So what I've done is used other people's created content to tell a story that I can't. I'm telling it with the content that I've compiled. Oh, there's a shark right there. See him? How about that? He's moving pretty fast. I wouldn't want to be swimming with the sharks. There he is. Or just the fins of him. And then over here, we've got a crane that's standing on a little sandbar. We live on a stationary level Earth. It's unpopular. There's a lot of unpopular truth that I'm compiling. There he is. That's about a 6 or 7 footer, I would think. So uncomfortable truths and a lot of deception, exposing all that. Wow, I haven't had a shark on a live stream like this in a while. So I'm in the water, just, let's see, where's my, wow. Zoomed in on the foot, Bigfoot. He's going back over this way now. We had about an 8-foot bull shark that was caught here, and the fishermen ended up turning it into crab food. So there's a mass mind control deception that's been going on for a long time, and increasingly it's become increasingly technological. So we can hear and feel the wind. You can hear it, but you can't actually feel it unless you're out here with me. So I'm creating a digital simulated reality with the technology, the tools. My digital pitchfork of sorts, exposing the truth as far and wide as I can. One of the uncomfortable truths, yet I embrace it: what will it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul? Jesus says that. It's not that he just said it once. His word continues to say it. He says it through his word, perpetually. What's visible is temporary. What's invisible is eternal. So there is a bunch of videos that I have towards the top of my library right now, and I keep it. My library is loaded with the matrix analogies, the matrix clips, the simulation hypothesis, and I can assure you that we actually live in a simulated reality and a base reality for each one of us, apparently. If you're still able to experience the world like this, walking out in the sunshine, watching the birds and all that, the birds, the water, the waves. So there are people that will just not want to look into it. I'm sorry for them. I've just got an appetite to want to know the truth about what's real, what's true. And so I'm convinced that it's only by God's grace that we can love and believe the truth, let alone find it. So I have uncomfortable and unpopular theological perspectives that are elaborated on by very gifted teachers, Bible teachers. And then there are just a wide variety of sources, including doctors and wellness specialists. Not necessarily conventional doctors, although some of them are. It's just that some of them have walked away from the medical industrial complex because of finding out the uncomfortable truths that go along with that. So Satan is the author of lies. He lies, and he's the father of lies. So all that's going on, and with the direction and protection of the Holy Spirit, he will help us navigate through what matters most. So right now I can hear the wind a little bit, and I can feel it, and I'm sure it's blowing my microphone quite a bit. So part of my routine more recently is to come out here for sunrise and then closer to sunset. I meet fascinating people out here. Well, I don't see the shark anymore. I'm sure he's still around. It's funny, I met a young man the other day over there fishing, and I said, "Hey, it looks like you got something on your line." He said, "Oh, it's just the waves." And then he reeled it in, and there was a big chunk out of it. A big one, like it was a big fish that chomped into it. I want to be right, because I want to share the truth. I want to know and expose the truth, whatever that is, under the premise that the truth matters. In this epic battle between good and evil, our souls are at stake, and for those of us that are children of the Almighty, He directs and protects us. He causes us to see the reality that matters. And that's why I'm not all freaked out about the technological enslavement. I want people to know about it, so I'll use the technology to make it known. I've got friends and followers all over this world, and I live my life in such a way that I get to do that. If I made some really unwise choices, I wouldn't be the truth guy. anymore. However, He's given me an appetite to obey Him and the power to do that. Before I was born again, all I could do was sin. And yet, I was still a child of His. I just needed to be born of the Spirit. That's why I recommend everybody seek the truth with all your heart, because it matters for eternity. That's all true. Now, if you think I've missed something or got it wrong, you could give me a call, send me a link, if you care to. We have eagles that are nesting in these trees. They go flying around. The tide is going to come in probably till 10:30 or so here. And so sometimes I'll get a comment like, "Where have you been?" Well, I've been busy. I've been busy managing this comprehensive library, reviewing content, and deciding where to put it. I'm sure some people would say, "Stick it up your arse." Well, anyway, for those that want to know, I'll put it in links and comments and multiple platforms. Some of them are movies that are predictive programming, showing us the different technological advancements that are going to be part of our enslavement, and also freedom from all that. So I've got a video out here. It's about 12 hours long, showing a moon set and a sunrise and the tidal activity, high and low tide. It's beautiful. I've got time-lapse videos and that. Thousands and thousands of videos. So one of the decodes on my library is if you like a content creator, a genre, or the channel, their style, you can go to their channel and check out their playlists. I've got playlists on a lot of different platforms, and so sometimes it's easy to share things to different platforms, and that's what I do. If you've got a serious concern, like I say, you can give me a call. You might be in a situation where you need to find out some information quickly because it may be a life or death kind of situation. You can call anytime. Or if you just want to say, hey, you can do that. Now, the other day, I was thinking about my friend Brian that lives over there. Sometimes he's got a second location that he lives at, and I was thinking I'd really like to see Brian. I haven't seen him for over a decade. And then I came out here last night and I was walking along the beach and I saw the kite surfer, and I walked on over and I said, "Are you Brian?" He said, "I sure am." And we had a nice conversation. He's an entrepreneur, a Christian man, and it was good to see him. How did that synchronicity happen? Well, I believe there's divine choreography going on, divine appointment. So, you could have a Chat GPT, a Grok, a Bard, or whatever the automated computer assistant is, and try and find out important information and what you should do or that kind of thing. And some of those tools are beneficial. However, they've been giving people some really bad advice. And I've got documentaries that cover that. So the Almighty knows and controls ultimately everything. He either causes it to occur or allows it to occur. And He can not only empower us, those of us that are born of His Spirit, He can direct our paths to cross others' paths. So that's all part of what's going on. I prefer, there's the term machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence. that whole school of computer development and quantum supercomputers and all that. And you might think, well, what can I do about any of that? You just need to make sure that you're born of the Holy Spirit. That's my understanding. What will it profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? So the most important reality is something that I'm not in control of, and neither are you, apparently. Because it's by divine revelation and empowering. The indwelling of the Holy Spirit causes that desire to question reality and to navigate this very convoluted, complicated situation to find the truth and to walk in that truth. So the sun is local. I've got the local sun video. You can see it in my library if you care to. And so I want to thank you for your public and private encouragement. And later on when I get home, I'll upload this to other platforms. Thank you so much.